This is a shot of Mello and his Skyline being followed by Fitz in his pickup truck. This is another late exit from a couple lanes over. This was a person sitting in a stop sign doing whatever they were doing. And if you sit there, I always go around and just go, because to me, I'm thinking your car must have broke down, because why would you just be sitting there? This is another one. The light was green and everybody had gone, and this lady was sitting there, so I went around. Make sure to have your left turn signal on when moving to the right. This is another person with a late exit from all the way on the left, going all the way across to the right to enter the freeway. This is just to show the blue bridge on the 147 in Durham at night. My wife likes this picture. It is kind of cool at night. Labeled this clip Bad Truck, because if you look at this truck, some type of racing car in there, it's got that symbol on the back. That sword, that's called the Sword of Muhammad. It represents death to Christians. You'll see this symbol on a lot of things, especially the old guys with the little red hats and stuff. This is a really, really satanic symbol right here. So I would assume if you're wearing one of those little red hats, you think you're doing good by helping people, but you're spreading satanic stuff. This was just funny. This parking lot was really crowded, and you'll see people are parked on the grass, and they're just like making their own parking spaces. And there was a sign saying where to park, and somebody had moved the sign off to the side of the road as well. You'll see a truck over there just parked up on the grass. People just park wherever they want. Make your own rules is what I keep saying. The hillbillies don't have any regard for rules here. They have no concept how driving works. Just to show this white car was lane drifting, you can see them go over the white lines, and you can see they keep going back and forth. And not just them, this white van comes across, and I couldn't tell if they wanted that lane or if they were both lane drifting and they almost both hit each other. I don't know why people can't color inside the lines. This is a Pontiac Aztek. I don't see too many of these around this area anymore. I still consider that one of the top ugliest cars of all time, although the Prius is up there as well. These were very practical, even though they were ugly. They were actually a pretty decent car. The back of this van up on top says Sherrod. So I was just taking a picture of that for you, Sherrod. I will tag you in this video. This was up in Hickory. There is a taco truck, and it says Taco Bout It. This is how you do a proper left turn. You get in the left turn lane, you pull into the intersection. When it is safe to do so, you turn left. If that light was to turn red, you would then have to clear the intersection. Just like this, it's about to turn red. As soon as those cars go and it's safe to do so, you then have the right to turn left because you are in the intersection. You must clear the intersection. It is not running a red light. You see this car up here on the left, it wants to turn left and get in that line of traffic. I'm coming from this direction in this left turn lane. I have the right of way, and here I come, and they just start to go. Not even paying attention. They probably didn't even see me. So I'm coming down the street, and there's cars parked on the left and the right, but there's plenty of room for two cars to fit through the middle. Here I come. There's plenty of room for this white car to fit as well with me, but they stop. To them, it feels safer not to go, but you just stopped. If you can't make it through that hole, you shouldn't be driving a car. There was tons and tons of room. This is me just driving behind Mike. That's Mike in his Honda Fit. You know that's a girl's car, right? Mike's a good guy, though. We're coming off this off-ramp right here. It's a transition from the 147 North to the 85 North. And I don't know if there's a homeless person that lives in these trees over here, every once in a while, there's a pile of beer bottles and some trash right here. And I'll try and stop this picture. It's hard to see. The beer bottles are usually piled up, laying down and form a pyramid. Now sometimes it's big and sometimes it's not. This time it's not as big. But then this will disappear. This whole pile will disappear. And then like 2 to 3 weeks later, there's a whole new pyramid right there. It's kind of weird. You'll see a semi come from behind me on the left, and they're going to go over this line, and the rear wheels on the trailer almost hit my car. We're approaching this intersection right here where I will be going straight. You'll see the truck in the intersection is actually making a proper left turn. They are in the intersection waiting to turn left. I think there might be a little too far out there. You can enter the intersection, you cannot pass halfway. So if you were to make a plus symbol from one street to the other in the centers, you can't pass that halfway point. But you'll see this red truck right here is just sitting here. They should be right behind the gray truck that's in the intersection. They should be right up on their butt. If they were, then somebody else can get right on the butt of the red truck, and you can get 3 cars in this intersection. So when the light does turn red, 3 cars turn. And then you're not sitting here waiting and just blocking traffic for no reason. This is total inexperience on these people's part. I don't think the driving instructors are teaching people how to do this. When my kids took driving school, they told them not to do this, and I told them to tell their teacher that this is not illegal in North Carolina. This law does vary from state to state. Watch that white car up there on the left. It's going to make a late exit. All the way from the left lane, all the way to the exit. So even though people around here do not know how to drive, I always say it's half their fault. It's half their fault for not knowing. But it's half their fault because these roads around here are built incorrectly. So here we are on the 40. This is Interstate 40 going west, approaching Miami Boulevard exit. You'll see this solid white line to my right, but then it looks like a regular lane. This on-ramp that just came on here looks like you're just driving in a regular lane. There's standard white lines right here. They're broken. And you'll see, here's the first sign that says Miami Boulevard, a quarter of a mile, or I can't read it, whatever it says. So, okay, cool, there's an exit coming up. You could just stay in that lane if you want to, right? But then you come up here, where the actual exit is, and it just exits. So, technically, this is an exit-only lane. None of the signs say exit only. And that broken white line should be the fat white broken line where they're shorter or something. Nothing says exit only. It simply exits. So this is a spot where you're going to have some late exits here. Not late exits, but the people that are coming on the freeway, they're going to have like late entrances. The streets are built incorrectly. This is a safety issue right here. People are going to be driving there thinking it's a regular lane. It doesn't even say exit only. All of a sudden it's gone, and they're going to come to the left. This exit right here is on the 147 North. The exit's called Elba Street and Trent Drive. And it's the same as the exit we just showed at Miami exit. You'll see this on-ramp comes onto the freeway, and it's just a standard right lane. Look at that. And there's a car in there right now, and it just ends. It simply ends and exits. Even the sign doesn't say exit only. It simply just exits. This is dangerous, North Carolina. Learn how to build your streets. I keep saying this. Safety is a big issue in this area. Not just with the roads. That's my biggest pet peeve. There's a lot of safety issues in this area, and that's why I don't like living here. It was the first thing I noticed when I moved here. This is just a very nice shot of downtown Sylva, North Carolina. It's up in the mountains in the west part of the state. They film some movies up here once in a while. And it's kind of it's picturesque, but it's that old. It's got that old look to it. North Carolina is old though, but it's got that old-timey town feel to it.
Go, lady, go. Pay attention. It's a guy driving. Anybody that has a dance sticker on the back of their car never can drive correctly. No turn signals. Sitting at green lights. Anybody with anything pink on the back of their car can't drive either. I don't know why. Really? This car's gonna go all the way down. Look at it. They're gonna go all the way down that strip, go backwards on the left turn lane, and then go all the way up there. See, they drove in all this yellow stuff on the wrong side of the road, and then you get to here, and you're going backwards on the left turn lane for the opposite way. All through this yellow stuff on the wrong side of the road just to get to this left turn lane. What the heck are you doing in the pickup truck, you moron? A pickup truck with this old man in it says HOA maintenance. I would not want to be that car. I would definitely not advertise it. That's the guy people hate. Driving around looking for people's problems. No turn signal. Puppy. No turn signal again. No turn signal again. You know, you want to drive around and correct people's issues and look for their problems, you should at least know how to drive. And his mirror is folded in. You're an idiot. Dude, you're stupid. Oh, wake up. Gosh, people. Again? Come on, go. Gosh, people. What are you looking at? Huh. The name of that boat was Reggae Shark. Look, it's Reggae Shark, and it's a picture of the shark.
Reggae Shark is real. Reggae Shark, him got a band with the seals. Oh, Reggae Shark, he don't want to harm ya. Reggae Shark, he just want your ganja.
So I was just videoing that lady in that red truck. She drove across here, which is fine, but I was trying to get in the car, and she came right next to the car. And then she was going that way, and that white truck parked there, and she was trying to still go straight, so she backed up. I didn't want her to hit the car. That's like, what are you doing, lady? What really are you doing? The people here are so stupid. You know, to be a defensive driver, the object is to figure out, and this is with everybody around you, like when you're on the freeway and there's tons of cars, you got to pay attention to everybody. That's why we have these special mirrors on our car. If you do not have those mirrors, you cannot drive. If you were a driver, you would put those on your car. So with those mirrors, we can pretty much see 360 degrees all the way around our head, and I don't have to barely turn my eyes. If I'm looking here, I can see my peripheral vision here, my peripheral vision here, and I could just glance up there without turning my head. And then I could look over there with barely turning my head, looking straight at that mirror. So I can see 360 degrees, no blind spots all the way around. So to be a defensive driver, you need to pay attention to all of that, all at once, everybody. And you got to figure out who is going to do what. You know, you see somebody coming up faster in the lane next to you. Okay, no big deal. Don't go in that lane. Let them go by. You know they're just doing that. But the people here do this weird, random stuff as if it's a go-kart. And it's really hard to predict what is everybody really doing. It's so complicated because they're just like driving around. Picture everybody driving a go-kart in a parking lot, just going wherever they feel like it, like lines don't apply and laws. They're just everywhere. That's how it's like to drive here. It's really strange. I've never seen anything like that before. You know, we used to live in Atlanta, and people they're a little crazy. They drive really, really fast, really, really close. Too much NASCAR for you hillbillies. But for the most part, they were okay. In California, in the LA area, it's a car culture. Nobody wants you near their car. So everybody there, they drive pretty good. You can predict what most people are doing. But then you come here and it's just this randomness. And if you've watched my videos for any amount of time, you can see that. And the data does not reflect that. The data only reflects accidents, you know, insurance claims, tickets. It doesn't show, the data will not show the real reality of what's really going on the street, of all the people doing the late exits and the freeway entrances at 30 miles an hour and all that weird stuff that you see on my videos. The data will not reflect any of that. You have to watch the dash cam videos to see all this weird stuff.